Hello guys, welcome back again. Today, what I want to do is I want to react to some child-free memes that I found. So both some that are funny and some that are more serious because I want to get a point across. And yeah, if there's some background noises, it's just my guinea pig. If you're new here, my name is Catherine. On this channel, I talk about being child-free by choice because I am child-free by choice. I talk about living a intentional life, and I talk about other topics I find interesting. So if you're curious about any of this, remember to subscribe, like, comment down below, all the good stuff that helps out my channel. And I'm going to go right into the video. So the first child-free meme says, when are you going to settle down and have kids? Babies are adorable, and so is my puppy. It's so cute when they fall asleep on your chest and whimper in their sleep. Caring for a sweet, helpless baby is the most rewarding thing I've ever done. Same. Of course, the diapers are gross, but it's totally worth it. Right, oh wait. Mine is house trained. Oh, yeah. So they think they're talking about the same thing, and then child-free person realizes, no, I was actually not talking about like a human baby. I was talking about my dog. So my pet baby, so to say. And pets are kind of, they're not the same thing as a baby, but then they kind of are because you have to take care of this helpless being. But they're just easier to take care of than an actual kid. Next meme says, Daddy, you're leaving? Honey, Mommy and I just need some time apart. It's not your fault. Orphanage. Yeah, so this is definitely a dogger one. I think this is more like people regretting they have kids, and then when they do not have the kid any longer, the life gets better. This is definitely a dogger one. My reaction when people say I'll change my mind about wanting kids. Crackling. Yeah. I could not imagine myself like actually changing my mind, because the mental illness I have is for life. The things I have to fight with is for life. It might get a little bitter, but I'll never like be without the things I have to fight with, and neither will my boyfriend. So I could just not see a future where we feel so much better and where we want kids really, really much, because we're fine with just having pets. And I think we're on the point, like, whether we have kids or not, we're going to have a great life. And my boyfriend already knew from the moment he started texting me on a dating app that I did not want kids, because it stood in my bio on my dating app that I did not want kids. So yeah, I could never imagine me changing my mind about having kids either. You still haven't convinced me that having kids is a good idea. I agree. No one has convinced me that it's a good idea either. Stop excusing your children's bad behavior. If you don't teach them how to be accountable for their actions, you're creating assholes of tomorrow. So I think this one is kind of hard, because your kid can become an asshole even if you've been like a great parent. So it also is kind of personality based. But yeah, you definitely should teach your kids to take accountability, because that's just an important thing to be able to do in life. Why does nobody talk about how exhausting it is to clean up mess after mess and be drowning in laundry and live for everybody but yourself, and take care of the kids while they scream and argue all day, and to get pushed past your limit and overstimulated, but you can't get mad or you look crazy? Yeah, I think this is again something to do with society's like high expectations for mothers. And this kind of sounds like something that could be on the I Regret Having Children Facebook page. And I think it's great that people like start talking more about these kind of things, because having kids is a hard job, and it's a job that you have for the rest of your life. Even when you're like 70 years old, you might still have to take a phone call from your kid and help them with something, because you're still the parent. No matter how old you are, you will still be a parent. The next one says, had an abortion. Murder, you could have given it up for adoption. Gave a baby up, horrible, how could you abandon your own child? Conflicted mom, heartless. Why have kids if you're not going to love them? Childfree. So selfish, you only care about yourself. I really like this one because it's like women can never ever win, no matter what. No matter what they do when it comes to having kids or not having kids, they're criticized. So it's like society just have these really extremely high standards for women and for mothers, and it's just really hard to be a woman in today's society. There's no ifs and buts about that. That's just the way it is, sadly. And I feel like social media have made that even worse. I have no money and 3 kids. Why can't I have 3 money and no kids? So yeah, Homer is kind of regretting having kids multiple times in The Simpsons, and I really love The Simpsons. Like, for me, American Dad and South Park and all that doesn't really say anything to me, but The Simpsons I absolutely love because it's funny and they just take on serious topics in such a chill way. So yeah, I absolutely love The Simpsons. I was just at Walgreens and the cashier asked, "How are you?" And I said, "Good," as I placed my tampons up there, and he said, "Guess it could be better." And I said, "At least I'm not pregnant." And the pregnant lady in line behind me goes, "Ain't that the truth?" It's kind of funny, but in the same way, it's kind of sad because if the mother behind her is already regretting before the kid is even born, that's not so good. Let's hope she just hates being pregnant and will not hate being a mother, because that would suck. Children are a blessing. Childfree was yours. You make a great parent. Childfree was yours.
Who is going to take care of you when you're old?
Childfree by choice. Running faster and faster. Yeah, it kind of feels like a cult sometimes when people who have kids try to, or even people who sometimes do not have kids, try to convince you that having kids is the best thing in the world, and it kind of gets annoying. I wish more people just accept you for who you are and accept that you have made a different choice than them. And sometimes I also think like people do it in spite because they have like regretted having kids and misery loves company, so they're trying to convince you to get kids so you'll be as miserable as them, because maybe in the end some of them, they're jealous of your life because they have regretted having kids, but in our society you cannot say that you have regretted having kids, so you just hold it in. Then they say mean things to others in spite and are really jealous. So I think it's something along those lines. When it's almost summer and all annoying creatures are showing up. Flies, mosquitoes, kids, another type of fly. Where are bees at? Or wasps. They're really annoying too. But yeah, kids are definitely one of the annoying creatures, because the better the weather, the more they're outside playing, and I live in an apartment building with a boyfriend, and right outside our living room there's a play area of people who live near us, and when it's summer there's a lot more kids out playing and it's just really noisy. Single moms on Facebook be like, "My kids are my world and always come first." Yeah, it's great that if you really love your kids, but I feel like it's annoying that everyone has to say they're the best thing in my life, because yeah, maybe they are like a good thing in life. I just find it hard to believe that they should be like the best thing in your life. But that's maybe just me because I do not have kids. But then they're like slutty. Yeah, some women are definitely slutty online. I don't quite understand this meme actually. But what does being slutty have to do with them saying this? I don't quite get it, to be honest. The next one says, "Facebook moms can't believe my handsome Ethan is for today. It's gonna be such a heartbreaker, Ethan." Yeah, like a lot of kids are not like they're pretty when they're young and they're born and all that. But I also think it's so wrong that people like, it's going to be such a heartbreaker when he grows up. Your kid he's 4 years old. Why the hell would you say that? That's so weird to say about a kid. Like, it's a kid. Stop it. When you throw away your condom and 3 years later it shows up at your door. Yeah, If you do not use protection, there's always a bigger risk of you making someone pregnant when you do not use a condom. So please prevent that. Be on contraceptives. Both women and men should be on it if they do not want kids. Girls, when they find out they're like 2 hours pregnant, that's always about showing the belly off. For me, that's just like a nightmare scenario to have a pregnant belly. I'd rather have a food belly than a pregnant belly. Choose wisely. Purrs softly, poops in a box, smells clean. Cries loudly, poops in pants, smells stinky. Yeah, me and my boyfriend kind of have the cat fever, so whenever I meet a cat like on the street that wants to talk to me, that wants to be petted, it makes my day because I really love cats. My boyfriend also loves cats. He says I'm kind of like cat when it comes to my personality, especially because I have sensory issues, so I'm not always good with touch and all that. But yeah, I would definitely want a cat someday. When we live someday where we are allowed to have a cat. Because at the moment, we do not live at a place where we are allowed to have a cat. So that really sucks. And sadly, there's not a lot of places where you're allowed to have a cat. So the places where you're allowed to have a cat is really hard to find. My sister at dinner, we're trying for a baby, me. So you're just telling everyone you're getting raw dog every night. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a weird thing. Like telling family members about your sexual life, but it's allowed to do it when you're trying to have a kid or you're having a kid. But that's just one of the double standards, I guess, that exist in society. Who we spend our time with across a lifetime. Time spent alone, time spent with a partner, time spent with goers, time spent with children. Yeah. I think this is a really good one because a lot of people use the one. Who's going to take care of you when you're old? When there's a lot of old people who have kids that are still lonely in their facility living homes. So, yeah. So, just because you have kids does not mean you're not going to be lonely. So, I think this is a really good one. Of course, I think it's a good one because otherwise I would not have chosen it. There should be 2 versions of Facebook. One for people with kids and one for us who don't give a shit about your kids. Yeah, I know me and my boyfriend would love to be on that side of Facebook. The last one with no kids. That would be nice. But again, we can't divide society in this kind of a way because there should be space for everyone. And if they want to show a picture of the kid they're allowed to, you can just not follow them and not see their pictures and their posts. So that's an easy way to avoid it, and I do not think we should divide society in that kind of way. So I get where they're coming from, but I do not think it's a good idea. My mom, you're such a bad kid. You made us miserable. Kids are amazing. When am I getting grandbabies? Yeah, this expectation that they constantly want grandkids. And they didn't even like having kids themselves, but still they expect having grandkids. It's just, there's something wrong right there. There's something that does not add up right there. Imagine having to wake up at the break of dawn to go watch your boss show off his fucking kid. Yeah, that would make me miserable if I had to do that. Double standard of the mom bod. Pregnancy, miracle, so cute. Disgusting. Go to the gym. Yeah, I think I've actually showed this one before, but I think it's a really good one because this double standard, like being pregnant is so pretty and everyone loves it and it's a miracle and all this. But the body that you're left with after having a kid, you're left with stretch marked and you're left with maybe putting on a couple of pounds and your body will never look the same and maybe your boobs are hanging. Again, another double standard, and women just have so many of these in their life. It's really hard to live up to society standards because they are so high. It's allowed for you to get pregnant and get a kid, but afterwards you have to look like you did before you had a kid, which is not possible. That's not possible. Your body is changed for life. This double standard just makes no sense at all. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened and he didn't get you pregnant. Yeah, I'm so happy that I never got pregnant with any of my exes. If that happened, that would just be so miserable because if that happened, I might have been in a different place where I did not even realize that I did not want kids. So maybe I would have gotten that kid with a person that I'm not even together with any longer. So yeah, I'm smiling because it happened and I did not get pregnant. Why have a child when you can have nieces and nephews plus they are returnable? So yeah, I actually enjoy spending time with my nieces and nephews. So my boyfriend's brother's kids. I love spending time with them, but I also love that I do not have to like spend too much time with them. I love that I do not have to go home with them. I love that it's not me that has to take care of them 24/7. I literally pay so much respect to parents because, like, imagine getting home from a long day at work and there's a kid in your home. Yeah, I talk about this often, but I really respect parents because it really takes a lot of work and a really strong person to be a parent. School is out in 2 weeks. What am I going to do with my kids all day? Keep them in my house where I live? I think I've heard something about when like the whole family has to spend time together, like vacations, stuff like that, and holidays. I think it's around that time that there are most divorces in my country. I don't know if it's true, but that's just what I've heard. So when we hit Corona, a lot of people divorced because they're not used to spending that much time with each other anymore, and they might not even know each other anymore because they also have kids on top of that. So yeah. And I would say, like, me and my boyfriend, we moved together when Corona hit. And it was really hard having this new boyfriend
And moving in together.
having to look at him 24/7 because everything was on lockdown because Corona have hit. I would say it was really hard, but I would say, like, Corona hitting in the beginning of our relationship have definitely made us stronger. So we have been together for 3 years now, and in fall we have been together for 4 years. So we're going on strong. And yeah, Corona was hard, but it made our relationship that much better because we had to be together 24/7. Imagine getting off a 10-hour shift and going home to kids. I'd walk right past them. If you work like full time or more than that, and you like have no energy left because you worked all day and then have to take care of kids, like, I would not be able to do that either. The people who are doing this are really strong people. So the parents out there are really strong. I would not be able to do this. Why do you talk to your pet like a human? First of all, that is my child. It's not like it's hard because it's not like a child, but still it's like another being that you're taking care of that is dependent on you, just like a kid would be. So I wouldn't call it a kid, but it's something along the lines of a kid because you've chosen to take care of this being. First, the monkey sleeping, the kid wants orange. Father takes down a branch, the kid grabs the orange, and then he lets the branch fly. Then the kids fly with it, and then he can finally sleep. So yeah, this is all about when you have kids that you can get woken very easily because they want something. And I have sleep problems, so if I had to be woken up by a kid, I would be such a sour person. Like it's so hard not getting enough sleep and then having a kid on top of that that's waking you up all the time. I would not be able to handle that. Yeah, guys, this was another child-free memes video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I love making these kind of videos. And I hope that if you like me and my channel, you'll subscribe, you'll like, you'll comment, and you'll hit the notification bell so you get notifications every time a new video goes up. So I hope to see you soon. Bye, guys!